Good morning. My name is Ahmed Hani, and today we will be discussing this book here, The 33 Strategies of War by Robert Greene. He's a very well-known author of The 48 Laws of Power, as well as other less well-known books, like Mastery and Seduction. However, today we'll be focusing on his book on military strategy, The 33 Strategies of War, from more of an economic and business lens. So, today we'll be discussing business strategy, an exploration of key strategies and key tactics for achieving success in business operations and decision making from Robert Greene's new book. So, let's start with a quote. This quote is about grand strategy. Grand strategy is the art of looking beyond the present battle and calculating ahead. So, this can apply in business, as in you need to look beyond what you're doing daily, what you're doing weekly, your current operation. So, for example, if you work in logistics, you must look beyond this month, this week, or this month, in order to look over the next 6 months, in order to calculate ahead, as Robert Greene here says. I hope this is easy to understand. Okay, so let's go back here. The book we're discussing today is an international bestseller titled The 33 Strategies of War. Anyways, let's continue. These are the laws of war used in military strategy as well as politics and can be easily applied in business as well. These strategies have been analyzed thoroughly from a historical standpoint by the author, where he studies tactics from Napoleon, tactics from ancient Rome, for example, tactics from modern day, and all of these are military tactics that can be applied in daily life as well, in addition to your personal life, when you're dealing with communication problems or communication with other people, how to deal with other people, as well as how to deal with others in a business setting. All right. Now, after with this, we'll start here. Oh, just a moment. So, I'm new to this Prezi. So, notice here we're using a new style of presentation. I hope you like it. So, this is self-directed warfare here. First off, what is self-directed warfare? It's the warfare that you need to use psychologically in order to win the war within yourself. So, first off here, the most important strategy is to forget the past and whether it is victory or defeat, and focus on the present moment. This means that the past can always dilute our thinking, our way of thinking, and psychologically hamper the present moment for us. This is usually thought about in mindfulness. However, this can also be applied in warfare and strategy. So, in a business sense, you need to focus less on what happened in the past and focus on your current strategy as well as your future strategy. So focus on the present moment as well as the future. Secondly, it is vital to keep your presence of mind. So presence of mind is crucial here when in business, in your personal day-to-day business, as you need to cultivate a state of mind that is conducive to work. And lastly here, we need to inwardly declare war. So, for example, if you have rival corporations, rival businesses, you need to inwardly declare war and smoke out your opponents and spot your enemies before you act, to understand your enemy and know thy enemy. All right. So this has been the war to win in your mind first, before you win the victory outside. All right. I hope you like this new design. So, organizational team warfare. We're getting into the bread and butter here. So, the first off, there is motivation. How to motivate your employees. Give them a sense of purpose, a mission, and a focal point. A sense of purpose and a hated enemy that you need to defeat. For example, if your mission is to provide a certain product to people, you need to solve a problem they have with this product. So give them a sense of purpose to solve, a problem to solve, as well as a sense of a mission that motivates them to do the right thing, to act out in the right manner. Secondly, command and control. This is how to manage teams and organizations effectively. So command and control is crucial here in the business setting as well as in a military setting, as you need to win your people over, to make them respect you as a leader, and ensure that your influence over them does not dissipate, and that they respect your words and obey your rule, as they say. And thirdly, here we can discuss here groupthink. Avoid selfish pursuits and think less about oneself and more about the team. So you need to ensure that your team, that each member of your team focuses less on themselves, on their selfish ambitions and their selfish goals of gaining a promotion, and more about the team, the overall mission, as we say. This ensures cohesiveness within the team, as well as a sense of focus and a mission. So this is a basic introduction to organizational and team warfare. All right. So let's continue here. Here we will be discussing defensive warfare. First off, there are two main types of defensive warfare that we can use in business. First off, there's the economic sort of warfare, which is very, very useful in a grand strategic sense. Fighting with a perfect economy on your end and making them squander their resources, as in seen in the Ukraine war. So, for example, in the Ukraine war between Ukraine and Russia, each country has been trying to waste the other country's resources. So Russia has been trying to wait for Ukraine's supply to end, and for the West to lose confidence in Ukraine and to withdraw in order for something called attrition to occur. And Ukraine has been waiting for the Russians, trying to destroy Russian supply lines in order to make sure that their opponent is weak from a supply point of view. So this is called wasting your enemy's resources. It's a form of economic warfare. However, on your end of the line, you must fight with perfect economic policy, with perfect economy, meaning that you must not squander your own resources and use them efficiently on your own in order to ensure that your own victory. Secondly, here we need to trade space for time. Buy yourself valuable time to think and to respond and to gain perspective in order to act patiently and clearly. This is a basic introduction to defensive warfare in business. Oh, just a moment. And lastly, here we have offensive warfare. In offensive warfare, let's check the book here. You can lose some battles but win the war. This is the grand strategy side of things. This is the art of looking beyond the battle. It requires you to focus on your ultimate goal and plot to reach it. Grand strategy will bring you the ultimate reward, which is victory. So you can lose some battles, however, you can still win the war if you plot on an operational standpoint rather than on a tactical one only. Secondly, you must know your enemy. As we said in the Art of War video, You must know thy enemy. Train yourself to read people, picking up their signals, and they unconsciously send about their innermost thoughts and intentions. So you must understand your opponents, your rival companies, who rival you in your niche, in your area of focus, in your competitive arena. All right. So last up here, there's these unconventional strategies. Unconventional strategies are considered dirty tactics or ways of not fighting in a traditional sense, like guerrilla tactics. These can be also applied in business. However, let's conclude here by saying that in business, you must focus on the grand strategic mindset, the operational standpoint, rather than only on a tactical standpoint. So this is the whole point of the 33 strategies of war, to focus your mind strategically on a grand point of view. This is business strategy. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.